Hi guys, Terry here. Hey, it's March 1st, so it's time for the next Sheetload of Cards by Crafty Owl. I found Crafty Owl on YouTube. Her YouTube channel is called Call Me Crafty Owl, and she does an excellent job of every month giving us a new card design. So this month it makes 8 cards, and it's got a really cute pattern on the front here. So when you watch her video, she tells you how to download this PDF, and it's usually a 2-pager. She shows a sample card that is actual size, and then she has the cutting instructions on the second page. She's also got the dimensions if you just want to make one card instead of the whole batch, so I appreciate that. And I'm not sure for March what cards I'm going to make, what theme. Maybe birthday again, because I don't really send out St. Patrick's Day cards. So let me know in the comments if you do send out St. Patrick's Day. Some people it's very important, a very important day. So I'm just glad that the sun is out and it's starting to be more like spring. So I live in Ohio, and we've had some, yesterday we had some tornado warnings, and that was scary. So I'm happy for spring weather to be here and the sunshine out, and happy to be making this month's card. So let me pull some paper. This month we're using 6x6 pads, so I'm going to pull out some papers and see what kind of birthday cards I can make. Okay, I found this paper pack in my stash. This is a 6x8 pad, and this is from Park Lane, which I think is Joanne brand. So I bought this a while ago. Love the papers in here. You know, we buy these paper packs because we see these colors and we fall in love with them. So if you have these, pull these out and make a set of cards. I pulled out, just flipping through the tablet. It was really hard to decide because there's beautiful papers in there. But I pulled out this one here. Love the gold foil on this, and I loved this flower. And then I have pulled out like a peachy color and a brown color here. Not sure which one I'm going to use as the background and which one I'm going to use as my little sentiment strip. But I love those colors of those. And then I also, and like I said, it was hard to decide. There was so many florals in here. But I love this one because it had the gold foil on the flowers here, and then I picked this pretty green to be a coordinating color with it. And then I have picked, I'm either going to use the brown or the blue, not sure yet. So I'm going to cut these pieces and then lay them on the cardstock and see which one I like. There's 2 layers on this card. One is the background that you're going to put the pieces on, and then the other one is this sentiment strip. And I decided, because of the colors of cards there, that I wanted to use craft cardstock instead of white. I just thought the papers just, the white was too stark. I don't know, I guess it would work. But I just like the idea of the craft and then these muted colors. So again, I've got both here on hand. And I will cut the papers and see which card bases I want to use. So let me get the papers cut. Okay, I've got my pieces from my first set of papers cut into the little mini pieces. I really like how they pop on the brown. So I think I'm going to use the brown as the background and then use the blue as the sentiment strip. And I think the sentiment will show up good on the blue also. And for the sentiment, I decided to go with this Pink and Maine stamp set. If I can find it, I'll have links to the products that I use here. This is from Pink and Maine, and it's got a really cute sentiment here, and I noticed that that fits because when you print it, this card is to size. You can lay your sentiment on here and see if it fits. And this one here says, "You always just know what I need to hear." And it fits perfectly on that strip across there. So I love that. And I tried to find a happy birthday sentiment. I just didn't like any with the style of this paper that I have. So I think that's going to be a nice generic sentiment that I can use to send to anybody that I'm thinking about them. And so I think it'll work for a lot of occasions. So let me get the rest of the cardstock cut, and then we'll be ready to assemble. Okay, I've got the first set of pattern paper cut, and then I'm ready to do my sentiment. If you ever have trouble following the PDF instructions, watch her second day. So on the first of the month she puts out the PDF. On the second day she shows her process of how she cuts the papers. So love to watch both days and get tips from her for that month's set of cards. So I've got my sentiment here in the Misty, and I've got the blue paper for these cards. If you don't have a Misty, it's the stamp positioning tool. It's really handy. It kind of replaces having a block for your stamps to go on. This door here acts as the block. And then what's nice is when you're doing an assembly line of cards, you're simply putting your piece of paper down in the bottom and then pressing your stamp onto the paper. And then what's nice is once I have that positioned and I like where I've got it, it's just a matter of putting the new piece of paper in that spot. So it just makes for quickly, and then if you would happen to not get ink on everything, because you're keeping your paper in the exact same spot, you can actually restamp it. This is a new stamp set, but that's stamped really clearly. And I really like the black on the blue. So I think that's going to be really handsome. So let me stamp the rest of these and we will assemble. I wanted to mention too that I love how clear this VersaFine Onyx Black ink comes out. I think it just, another good trick is to use, brand name stamps, because I think they just turn out so crisp and clean. So love that about it. And then also to clean off my stamps and keep them in good working condition, I use a stamp chamois. This is just a towel that you get wet and then you can wipe off your stamps, and really then they look like they've never even been used. So just okay, I have all my pieces ready to go, and I really like how this looks. So these are going to have a little bit of a border all around them, and then the sentiment is just going to go over top of that, and it'll be flush with the sides. And I love how the colors turned out on this. So I'm going to use my Tombow Mono Multi Liquid Glue. I like that because I've got a little bit of wiggle room when I'm putting it onto the cards, and I can't wait to see how these all look. So let me start gluing, and we'll come back and see what they look like. Okay, I just love how these cards turned out. The gold foil paper looks really good on the craft, and I really like how this sentiment stands out. So you can see this pattern turned out great, and then I love how the blue turned out. I really like the blue. So it made 8 cards. And I've just got nice generic cards to send out when I need to tell somebody I'm thinking about them. So love how they turned out. So watch Crafty Owl's YouTube video on how to download the PDF, and I really like the pattern this month. It turned out great. So thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't, and I really appreciate you watching. I hope you have a great week. Thanks.